I'm Greg Desiatov, and thank you so much for joining me for another episode where we get to have a look at an old photo shoot from the series America's Next Top Model. Now, this particular episode is number 10 from season 18, or like they like to call it, Cycle 18. Now, by this stage, Tyra Banks has had her crew in place for such a long time. We've got Nigel Barker, who's not only the photographer in this particular episode, but he's also a judge on the series, and the creative director, Jay Manuel, and Jay Alexander, who is also a judge on the show. And a fairly new addition to the judging panel is Kelly Catrone. Now, she's supposed to be like the Simon Cowell, she's the bitchy one. And she used to be a publicist, or still was a publicist at that stage. And between Nigel, Jay, and Jay Alexander, they've all done over 200 episodes, so they're really well and truly settled in at this stage. Now, this particular series was a little bit different to their normal shows. They actually decided to do a collaboration with their counterpart from England. They called this series the British Invasion, where a lot of the models from the British America's Next Top Model actually popped over and competed against the US versions. So, why don't we have a look at the episode and go through it and see how crazy it was, because they decided they were going to do this shoot on top of a very, very tall building. So let's have a look.
You will be in harnesses out there with our very own Mr. Nigel Barker.
We arrive at Macau Tower, and I knew it was a photo shoot, and I am beyond excited. I love heights. I love thrill seeking. I'm all for this.
Know that you're safe. Sophie, you'll be first.
I would never, ever do anything like this.
Look out, don't look down.
Oh God, I really feel it. I'm personally really scared of heights, so I'm really feeling it as well. Just those shots of panning down at the ground just puts a chill in my my spine. It's it's not something I would do. But hey, this is a television show, so they pretty try and push boundaries just to get that footage. Pretty bloody dangerous, I think personally. But let's have a look.
I don't like flying. I don't like roller coasters. I don't like carnivals. It's not going to be a fun one.
Over the past few years, the skyline in Macau has exploded. You girls are going to represent the strength and the power of Macau, and the city is going to be your background. I'm going to have you go up first.
I'd really rather not. I'd really rather just see someone.
Are you sure you want to go out first with me?
No, I think I need to get fixed.
All right. Do I have a volunteer, guys?
Oh, Nigel doesn't look too happy, does he? But what can you do? I mean, this isn't a natural thing for most people to be able to walk out on a ledge and do anything, let alone a photo shoot, all glammed up. Oh, geez, scary.
You want to go first? All right, Laura, you're my girl.
Sophie has a breakdown, and I was so excited to be in this element, and I want to win America's Next Top Model because damn straight the world needs to see Zagalicious. I think it's a good idea to go first or not.
I think it'll be good to get it done.
Laura is my strongest competition, and she's a friend, but I want to do modeling and I want to do it now. And at 21, if I don't win this and get the opportunity to get with LA and New York models, it won't happen for me. I won't let friendship get in the way of competition.
Do you think I can go first?
Yes.
It's just I don't want to delay things by people having to redo my makeup.
Well, once you're out there, there's rain, there's water, so tears are not a problem.
But thank you.
All right. Good.
I'm not sure what they're trying to achieve with the hair and makeup there. Makeup looks great, the cat eye there, but the hair, it's with the balls. Interesting. We'll see how it goes.
Okay, so you're going to be first.
Yeah.
Oh, check out the weather. It's horrific. Blowing a gale. And the drizzle. That floor's got to be slippery. Jeez. Yeah. That would, scare the shit out of me.
Okay, you're good there.
Good there? Help me turn around.
Ask for a pose without holding on to the cable, please.
Want to try some without holding it?
I can't. I'm sorry.
Okay, it's okay.
You know what I find funny? Jay there on the right, he's in his own little safe zone, you know, and he's commanding, directing the shoot. Mate, I'd like to see him. He's probably scared of heights. He probably couldn't go out there as well, but, you know, it's ironic. Do this, do that, and you're in your, you know, your little safe zone.
Try and get the harness a little bit further away from the body if you can.
Sophie's crying. Like, I want to cry as well, but I'm still trying to act cool here because I don't want it to affect my performance. I really need this photo shoot. I think more than anybody else.
Relax your fingers a little bit. Okay. Relax the face.
I feel like we've got good shots.
Jay is happy?
Yeah.
Well done, babe.
That's the hardest thing I've ever had to do. And it just all built up and I just sobbed.
Get inside and warm up.
I do feel really nervous because there's 5 girls left, everyone's good, and I feel like I'm slipping.
The thing is, I'm not scared of actual heights. I'm scared of falling from a height. So when there is wind blowing at me and I'm standing there
I mean, looking
without holding on to anything, I'm definitely going to...
Looking at this video footage, this area must be like a little touristy things because there's so many harnesses there. So I guess they have it like a little thing open up to the public and you can go for a bit of a walk. Not something I would do, but hell, people do it. People love it. People are bloody crazy.
be a bit nervous.
Beautiful, sweetie. You have to look to me.
Oh, she's looking
You know,
fierce.
I really like the way Annalise worked with the harness, and she actually kind of made it look like she was an archer, like this crouching tiger, hidden dragon thing.
She didn't fight it.
No, she didn't fight it at all, and she actually kind of brought in this feeling of the culture here, and I like that.
Relax the face. Pretty, pretty. Okay, we're...
It's good to see and wisely chosen. They're not wearing heels. Geez, that'll just add another element of danger and probably irresponsibility on that as well. I actually like the background, the city in the mist there. Jeez, yeah, okay, cool.
Good, we got it.
It was almost like having an out-of-body experience. And then I went like that, down, and I was like...
I'm just trying to hold it in, like, I'm too emotional. I'm thinking, how am I going to do a photo shoot when I'm scared? I'm ready to go for this. I'm so excited.
Oh my God. Laura is obviously physically attracted to Nigel Barker.
I feel like George of the Jungle.
Sometimes it's a little bit annoying because she's over the top.
Just tell me when you're ready.
Okay, let's do this.
Okay, you know what? Laura is, I mean, she is working my nerves. She's so fabulous.
I think I rocked it out during this shoot. I'm looking at the girls and I'm like, all right, girls, I'm gonna bring it. Like, I was like having fun. I didn't care.
Okay.
I agree. I think you're rocking it too. You're obviously very, very, very comfortable with heights. Yeah, you're looking good. Looking great.
All right. Okay, we're good.
You go.
We got it.
Okay.
Well done, you.
Thank you.
There's more than the competition there. Like, there's the fact that Laura hates me. But what I need to work on the most is my facial expressions, and I'm trying to stay focused on the competition as much as I can.
Oh, this is Ebony with an eye.
Relax the face, beautiful there. Chin up a tiny bit. There you go.
At this point in the competition, we're all such strong models, but I have to look at everything I've gone through and see how far I've come. Like, I'm in Macau. That's not something to
Oh, it looks
roll
like she's
your
doing a
eyes
great
at.
job.
Don't forget to smile. Keep those eyes, that energy. Like...
I want to prove that despite the struggles with my parents and having a rough childhood, I can still make it and be successful.
She looks so young when they're interviewing her, but once they've got the makeup on her, she's, you know, she looks great. She's a fantastic little model there.
Gorgeous there. We're good. We got it.
Great fierce face.
I don't think Ebony is as strong as Sophie and Alicia and Annalise. And if I didn't win, I'd rather have a Brit win. I would not want Ebony to win. I think I'm more than terrified, and I just thought about my family. It just reminds me why I'm here, so one day I can give my family what they've given me.
You're gonna be fine.
You know, this is the thing with models. they are put in such horrible situations sometimes, and a lot of the times they need to shoot collections a season or two before the actual collection is released. So you're shooting summer collections in winter and could be awfully cold and horrible locations. In this particular case, it's cold, it's drizzly, it's windy, very windy by the looks of it, and they still have to bring it, and they've still got to have the expression of absolute calmness in their face. Look, I could never do anything like that. I think these models are just amazing to be able to do that.
Alicia was extremely traumatized. I thought she was a little bit tougher than that. Like, Alicia's been in the bottom two a few times.
She's got to get a good shot today.
And I think everybody knows that she probably is a little bit weak, but she's going for it. Okay.
All right, girl, bring it.
Beautiful. Gorge. Look at that go.
Can you tell her to put her chin down? Every shot, we're looking all the way up her nose.
Chin down.
I'm not sure what the judges expect of me, because at the end of the day, I can go into a photo shoot and I give it everything I've got, but I'm getting like mediocre pictures.
I think it was very interesting today because this whole environment gave all the girls a wake-up call. And for Alicia, she knew that this was make or break. We're done, we're good. The look in her eyes when she was out there was, I've got to do this. But she's not letting herself actually be as beautiful as she can be.
You guys all did an amazing job, and guess what? That's a wrap up here in the Macau Tower.
Woohoo! That was crazy. Yeah. One of the things I always try to evaluate when I set up a shoot is going to the location actually worth going to that particular location. For instance, I did a shoot a couple of years ago, and we drove like 4.5 hours to this abandoned hospital. And when we got there, it was actually quite a great little site, but it looked no different to a lot of the abandoned buildings locally. So we had to kind of weigh up, was it worth our time to have gone 4.5 hours, a bit of a drive, and use a good part of your day. So we were up really, really early to get there and got back quite late. So hopefully, from this particular shoot where they're on the high rise, hopefully the images were worth the experience that the girls had to go through. So let's find out. And also, a couple of years ago, I actually did a photo shoot. And as I mentioned earlier, I am terrified of heights. So I got booked to do a shoot of this pilot, and he wanted to shoot with a bunch of his stunt planes. And that's what he does. He flies all over the world doing air shows. And originally, the booking was supposed to be me just shooting him next to his aircraft. He's got 2 of them on the ground. But as the conversations progressed and the concepts progressed, we ended up shooting the planes in mid-air. I ended up hanging out of a Cessna aircraft, harnessed to it, thank God for that, hanging out the side of a plane and shooting these 2 stunt planes. And I was petrified, absolutely petrified, because like I said, I'm scared of heights. And initially when I started shooting, I had the camera glued to my face, so all I could see was what I could see through my viewfinder and nothing else. Because if I looked down, I probably would have peed my pants. I will link the description to that particular shoot in the description below, and I may link it at the end of the video as well. So after all that particular shoot was worth it because the shots I was so happy with. And would I do it again? Maybe. So now let's have a look at these images. So here we go. Image number 1. This is Sophie from the UK. Now, I have a lot of issues with this particular image. She's obviously hanging onto her harness, and they made her look like a monkey. When they get all agitated, they swing their arms around. It's a bit of a problem, but and just as I mentioned, was going to the location, putting all the girls through it, worth it? I mean, have a look at the background. You can barely see much of it. You can see the city skyline just below. And I actually love what they're standing on. It looks really, really high end. I love the final processing of these images. Unfortunately, because of the conditions, there's a few drops that have ended up on the lens and created this bocky, one right on her stomach, and some get worse, some a little bit better. But overall, the tones and that type of thing, I really like the images. You can tell, Nigel Barker's a high-end photographer. If you Google him, he's everywhere. He's been doing it for a very long time and continues so. But Sophie's image is, a bit of a real problem for me with those arms. And to me, it's obvious she's holding on to something. I would have probably left the harness in there just to make the context of why her arms are there, valid. They're so awkward. And her face looks good. I like her face in it, and I like her body pose, except for those arms. They're terrible, especially her right arm. It looks broken. It's just weird. They should have just left the harness there. Okay, Annalise from the UK. Yeah, Jay was right. She looks like, she's got a bow. She's ready to shoot the bow. Pretty strong pose. It's not bad. I like her, the way she's positioned her legs in this. Again, the tones are fantastic. Cool. I like the shot. It's a pretty good shot overall. And this is Laura from the USA. And she was the one that was so comfortable on there. And you can see it in her face. She's so relaxed. Really nice pose. Really comfortable pose there. Really in the moment. Great shot. Really good shot. I'm really impressed with this one. Again, the background's pretty much disappeared there. It's unfortunate. It just, I guess, when you've got something like this booked in, you can't really cancel at the last minute. But you can also have a second location as a backup. Doesn't quite show the drama that was happening on the day, but it's a great image. Was it worth it? Going to that location? I don't know. Why don't you just leave me some of your comments in the comments below and let me know what you think of it. Let's move on to Ebony from the USA. Yeah, you can see a bit of stiffness in her face there. The pose is not too bad. I don't mind the pose. It's cool. Again, the tones are wonderful. The shadows are great on the ground. Her left arm's probably a bit awkward, but it's still great image considering the conditions, and we saw how bad they were. Terrible. And finally, we've got Alicia from the UK as well. It's not too bad, actually. It's not too bad. It's a shame in this particular shot there's so many raindrops on the lens there. I think Nigel Barker uses a Hasselblad. We saw in the clip that they were constantly wiping it, but it's just one of those things, unfortunately, for the poor girl. She copped a few of the bocky raindrops there. Yeah, it's overall, it's a bit, for me, just a hunching in between her, between the chin and her body. Kind of really, her neck disappears and she looks a bit weird there. But overall, it's not too bad. That's all 5 girls. And like I said, the image is good. I love the final look of them, the tones and the colour palette. So let's find out who got eliminated. From the USA, poor Ebony with an I. So she got eliminated. Hopefully you enjoyed that episode. Don't forget to subscribe, to like the page, and also hit notifications. So every time I put up a new video, they make you aware of it. In the meantime, again, I'm Greg Desiatov. Thank you very much, and catch you on the next video.